Unfortunately, con artists overrun our asset class. Let's start with why they do. Vendors, contractors, heck, even people who need affordable housing often refuse to even set foot in a mobile home park. Let's not start in about how hard finding good labor in general can be. Add to that the stigma of mobile home parks, and bam! You now have a fertile ground for con artists to ravage your mobile home park. Let's look at the phrase con artist or con man itself. The phrase stems from the full confidence man. Con artists, simply put, fill you full of confident nothingness to steal your time, money, property, whatever. Con artists become particularly deadly when they identify a hole in your psyche. Study up on cults. A cult leader peers into the soul of his followers, finds the voids, and then just pumps those voids full of false promises and manipulation for whatever selfish gain they seek. Terrified of death? There's a cult for that. They just promise you a happy and prosperous afterlife if you give them sex, drugs, money, whatever. Missing a deceased family member? You bet. There's a cult for that. They simply tell you they'll get you in touch with that loved one in exchange for, Tying this back to mobile home parks, are you chasing passive income to obtain financial freedom, but struggle because mobile home parks aren't actually passive? By now, you know the drill. There's a cult for that. Or, in this case, a con artist. Out-of-state mobile home park owner struggling to find local labor? Guess what? Boom, conned. In over your head and need someone to tell you everything is going to be okay. Guess what? I've seen that too. Sadly, mobile home park owners and wannabe owners fall for con artist traps all the time. If you haven't put two and two together, con artists within our space include vendors, tenants, capital raisers, etc. Bad news. You will encounter con artists, and worse, sometimes they will win. Good news. Con artists can be quickly spotted and dodged. Con artists prey on the lazy, naive, gullible, and it can be that simple to avoid a con artist. Just don't be lazy, naive, or gullible. But let's go one step further. One simple phrase will save you. Trust, but verify. Seriously, sometimes just a mere sliver of accountability is all it takes to scare off a con artist. I recently got involved in a property that a con artist controlled like a puppet. They submitted ridiculously easy to spot fake labor hours, had stolen materials obviously perched on their front door, and everyone around them ratted them out. Want to know how they got away with it for so long? The owner had a hole in his psyche, and they knew exactly what to say, when to sweet talk, when to continue the scam. How did I get them out? I simply recommended the mobile home park owner switch their pay from hourly to by the job. Upon completion of the job and verification by the owner, these two knuckleheads would get paid. I even told the mobile home park owner to increase what their pay by the hour would amount to, assuming, of course, honest work. And guess what happened? Literally immediately, they quit and, of course, blamed me, the consultant. Why? Because a little bit of trust but verify scared off the con artists. Verify. The money gets deposited. The job gets completed. The employee showed up. The unit gets leased, etc. A good system will protect you. Put pen to paper everywhere you can, especially with contractors quoting out work. We as a human species must trust people. We would never survive without trust. But you can't be lazy, naive, and/or gullible and expect to be able to trust everyone around you. You just can't. But with a bit of effort and forced accountability, you can minimize, not eliminate, but minimize the con artist damage you will inevitably face.